Have you ever wondered if your biggest breakthroughs are happening in silence, far away from where anyone, even you, can see? Sometimes it feels like you're sprinting toward your dreams, yet somehow standing still. Like no matter how hard you work, you're stuck in place, fighting the same battles, chasing the same goals. But here's the powerful truth. You might be growing far faster than you realize. Growth doesn't always announce itself with fireworks or dramatic transformations. It often happens quietly, invisibly, in the little shifts you hardly notice, in the silent victories over your old self. You won't always see the change immediately, but that doesn't mean it's not happening deep within you. Imagine planting a seed. At first, it looks like nothing is happening. Days, even weeks, pass with no visible progress. But underground, roots are spreading, foundations are taking hold, and soon that seed will burst through the surface, strong and ready. Your personal growth is following the same law of nature. The trap most people fall into is focusing too much on what's missing, the goals they haven't achieved, the mountains they haven't climbed yet. They obsessively compare their journey to others, forgetting that true transformation happens in the unseen, quiet moments. When you choose discipline over distraction, when you refuse to let setbacks define you, when you make just one better decision than yesterday. You are evolving right now, every single day. Every hardship you survive, every lesson you internalize, every time you choose growth over comfort, you are becoming a wiser, stronger, and more resilient version of yourself. Just because the world can't see the results yet doesn't mean you're not moving forward at full speed. If you step back and really observe, you'll notice you're no longer the person you used to be. The way you think has matured. The way you handle adversity has shifted. The way you recover from disappointment has transformed. And that, my friend, is undeniable growth. Remember this, growth, no matter how subtle or slow, is always progress. So before you doubt yourself or your journey, pause, reflect, think about how far you've come. Look at the struggles you've conquered and the resilience you've built. You might not be exactly where you want to be yet, but you are already so much further than you once were. And that is the clearest proof. You are growing faster than you think. Sign 1. You no longer react to negativity the same way. Think back to a time when someone insulted you, when plans fell apart, or when life threw a curveball you didn't expect. Maybe before, you would have lashed out, become defensive, or let the setback crush your spirit. But now, you pause, you breathe, you respond, instead of react. You've realized not every battle deserves your energy. Not every negative comment warrants your attention. And certainly, not every disagreement is worth your peace. That's real power. When you control your emotions rather than letting your emotions control you, you step into a new level of strength. Winners don't waste their precious energy fighting battles that don't serve their future. They stay focused. They protect their energy. They keep their eyes on the prize. Every time you choose peace over drama, every time you let go of an argument that once would have consumed you, you are proving to yourself that you own your emotions, not the world around you. Pause and ask yourself, when was the last time you walked away from negativity instead of engaging in it? That moment was a sign of just how much you've grown. Sign 2. You're more focused on solutions than problems. Average minds dwell on problems, complain endlessly, and play the victim. But you've started to think differently. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you ask, What can I do to overcome this? You search for solutions. You look for lessons hidden inside the struggle. Problems that once ruined your mood now feel like puzzles to be solved. You no longer let circumstances dictate your emotions or your momentum. You've developed a powerful new habit: resilience. You understand that life isn't about avoiding problems. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle anything thrown their way with strength, clarity, and purpose. And with every problem you solve, no matter how small you become, sharper, stronger, and more capable of handling even greater challenges ahead. Letting go isn't just about removing negativity, it's about clearing the runway for new opportunities to land. It's about trusting that your future requires you to release anything or anyone that weighs you down. The moment you choose peace over pleasing people, you step into a higher version of yourself, one that's lighter, stronger, and ready for more. Ask yourself, are you still holding on out of fear? Or are you boldly making space for the life you truly deserve? Sign 3. You've stopped explaining yourself to everyone. There was a time when you felt compelled to justify every decision you made. You worried about what others might think. You sought validation from people who never fully understood your dreams. Every step you took seemed to demand approval from someone else. But now, you've shifted. You realize that not everyone is meant to understand your journey, and not everyone needs to. You've learned that your vision doesn't require permission slips. Not everyone will applaud your growth, and that's perfectly okay. The more you evolve, the less concerned you become with convincing others to approve of your path. Instead of wasting energy explaining yourself, you channel that energy into becoming the best version of yourself. You've embraced the truth. Those who are meant to walk with you will already get it, and those who don't were never meant to lead you anyway. And that's a breakthrough, because the moment you stop needing external approval is the moment you truly start living for yourself. Ask yourself, are you still explaining your dreams to people who aren't dreaming at your level? If so, maybe it's time to stop and just start building. Sign 4. You spend more time alone, and you actually enjoy it. Growth isn't just about doing more. Sometimes, the biggest leap forward comes from doing less. Less distractions. Less meaningless noise. Less chasing validation. Instead, you crave solitude not out of loneliness, but out of strength. You find peace in your own company. You understand that silence is not empty, it's full of answers. In your quiet moments, you reflect, strategize, and build a deeper connection with who you truly are. Most people can't stand to sit quietly with themselves because they don't like who they are when the noise fades. But you thrive there. You realize that true self-discovery happens in the stillness, that the answers you're seeking outside have always been waiting within. Every book you read, every journal entry you write, every thoughtful plan you sketch during those moments alone, they are shaping your future in ways far beyond what anyone else can see. You're no longer running away from yourself, you are running toward the best version of yourself. Ask yourself, when was the last time you sat alone, without distractions, and listened to the wisdom inside you? Sign 5. You no longer fear losing people who don't align with you. A profound transformation happens when you realize that not everyone is meant to go where you're going. There was a time when you clung to toxic relationships out of fear of loneliness, fear of change, fear of what others might say. You made excuses, ignored red flags, and tolerated being drained by people who no longer fit the life you're building. But now, you've grown past that. You understand that losing certain people isn't a tragedy, it's a triumph. It's a powerful act of self-respect. You no longer see walking away as a failure. You see it as a necessary step to protect your energy, your vision, and your future. Growth requires letting go, and you know now that you can't soar if you're weighed down by dead weight. You don't need to shrink yourself to keep relationships that were never meant to support your highest self. And the most beautiful part, as you shed what no longer serves you, you create space for new, genuine connections to enter connections that align with the real you. Ask yourself, are you holding on out of fear or making bold space for the life, love, and opportunities that truly align with your soul? Sign 6. You set boundaries without guilt. Once, you might have felt guilty for saying no. You stretched yourself too thin, trying to meet everyone's expectations. You confused kindness with self-sacrifice. But now, you understand that real love for yourself and for others starts with strong boundaries. You no longer apologize for protecting your peace. You don't over-explain why you can't attend every event, answer every call, or be everything for everyone. You've realized that every no you say to others is a yes you say to yourself, to your dreams, your health, your growth. You no longer allow guilt to manipulate you into self-betrayal. You stand firm. You prioritize your time and energy like the precious resources they are. Because here's the truth. People who truly respect you will respect your boundaries. And those who don't, they were benefiting from your lack of them. Ask yourself, where in your life could you set stronger boundaries to protect the future you're building? Sign 7. You choose long-term gains over short-term gratification. Growth often isn't glamorous. It's in the quiet, daily decisions, the ones no one sees. It's staying home to study while others party. It's saving your money instead of blowing it on impulse buys. It's working out when you'd rather stay in bed. You've stopped chasing instant pleasure and started building lasting fulfillment. You've realized that true success is the result of hundreds of small, invisible sacrifices compounded over time. You understand that every temptation you resist is an investment into a bigger, bolder future. While others look for the easy way out, you've committed to the long game. Ask yourself, what sacrifice are you making today that will create massive rewards tomorrow? Sign 8. You see setbacks as setups. Where you once saw failure, now you see feedback. Where you once saw obstacles, now you see opportunities. You've realized that setbacks aren't stop signs, they're course corrections. They don't break you, they build you. Every challenge you face now fuels your wisdom, your resilience, and your creativity. You no longer crumble when things go wrong. Instead, you pivot, you learn, you grow. You've embraced the truth. The universe isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. Every time you fall but choose to rise again, you are proving that your spirit is unbreakable. Ask yourself, what's one recent setback that could actually be a setup for something greater? Sign 9. You value progress over perfection. You no longer get paralyzed by the need to have everything figured out before you start. You've learned that action beats endless planning. Instead of waiting for the perfect timing, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions, you move forward. You improve as you go. You've let go of the need to impress everyone, and you've replaced it with the need to become someone you're proud of. You know that imperfect action still moves you forward while perfect plans gathering dust do not. Progress is your new obsession. And progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Ask yourself, where in your life could you stop waiting for perfect and start taking powerful, imperfect action? Sign 10. You trust the process even when you can't see the results yet. Perhaps the most powerful sign of all. You no longer demand instant results as proof that you're growing. You understand that the most important work, the work of becoming, often happens beneath the surface, invisible to the world and sometimes even to yourself. Just like a seed takes time to break through the soil, your growth is unfolding in ways you can't always see. You trust that every effort, every choice, every step forward is adding up, even when there's no immediate evidence. You no longer rush the process. You no longer panic when results don't show up overnight. You stay faithful, patient, and resilient, knowing that your breakthrough is already on its way. Ask yourself, are you willing to trust the process even when you can't yet see the promise? Conclusion: you are growing faster than you think. Every small decision to rise above negativity, every moment of silent discipline when no one is watching, every sacrifice you make today for a better tomorrow, they are all proof that you are evolving into someone unstoppable. Growth doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It hides in tiny shifts in your thoughts, your reactions, your standards, and your resilience. But make no mistake, you are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. You are becoming exactly who you were meant to be. So the next time you doubt yourself, pause, look back, reflect, and realize you are growing faster, deeper, and more powerfully than you ever thought possible. Keep going. Your future is already proud of you.